Welcome to Harmonious World. My name's Hilary Seabrook, and for this episode I am here at the marvellous Clonta Opera Theatre. We're here for GBMC, which is the Great British Music Camp. So at the moment we're in the theatre itself, and it's 50 years old this year. And what we've got going on is half a dozen young people, young campers with 2 tutors, doing lots of arts and crafts, which is absolutely wonderful. And meanwhile, in the background, we have Steve Askew, who is doing some technical stuff with the sound and with equipment that's not working and all of that sort of stuff. So it's really exciting. So what we're going to do is Wes and I are going to walk around the site and we're going to talk to a few other people about what they're doing. So I'm just going to be doing a few bits of introduction to GBMC here at Clonta Opera Theatre, which is all about young people really starting their journey in making music. So I've actually found Adam Watts, who is the genius behind GBMC. Hello.
It's the first time I've ever been called a genius. Thank you very much.
So tell me why you started this.
Well, we used to take part in a camp that was down in the south of England, which was a great music camp. And we did it for a number of years, me and some colleagues. And then we decided that actually we'd like to do a camp that was more about the children and the campers themselves working together to make a good week of music. So we didn't want to set too many rules about anything. And that's why we found this beautiful place in the middle of Cheshire, which is called Clonta Opera. And Clonta very kindly allowed us to use their fields and their beautiful theatre. And every year now for the past, we've been doing it 8 years, but it's actually started 10 years ago. And it's really fun. It's a wonderful thing.
Tell me what you think campers get out of being here.
What we like to do is to see children that turn up and they don't know what they're coming to. They've never done it before. They turn up at the welcome desk and they are somewhat nervous, as you could understand. They're being told they're coming to a place where they're going to camp out in the fields. They're going to be involved in various activities to do with music, and they're pretty nervous. And the best thing I feel every year is watching those wonderful campers gradually developing their confidence and becoming really very enthusiastic with each other throughout the whole week. And I do hear from parents that when they take them home, that all they talk about for the next couple of weeks is music camp.
Absolutely. What music styles do we get involved in here?
So what we like to do is to really mix all the music styles together. So we start with obviously classical at one end, and we go all the way through to rap. And often what you'll find is that there's conglomerations of those different styles coming together. You know, you see big band, we've got jazz, everything, and you see parts of those coming into every performance.
Fantastic. Yeah, lovely. Well, we've got you walking across the background, but that's okay. Tell me, why is it important to keep campers and tutors fed?
Well, the first thing we want to do is make sure that they have enough nourishment to get through their very busy schedules through the day. And that coupled with, we want to make sure that they're happy, so that we have happy campers, and having the food that they like and that they really enjoy means a whole difference to the whole experience. So we try to balance their diets to make sure they have enough healthy food, along with food that they really like. So we really came up with a really good menu, and they seem to be really enjoying it. And that's the best part. And I haven't had any complaints, so that's the really best part of everything. When I first found out about GBMC, it's because I love music, and I don't have any musical talent, but as being part of the kitchen and everybody trying to get me involved musically, even though I didn't have any talent, I took on some challenges, and even though I don't play an instrument, I've learned to play just a little bit guitar now, and they included me in different sessions, and it's been so much fun. So I get to experience the music part along with the kitchen part, and I've broadened my horizons here. So so it's been, that part is great, and getting part of the kitchen. I have a big family, so I was used to cooking for a lot of people, so it really made it easy to come into this kitchen and cook for so many. So it's been just an incredible experience, and I look forward to it every year, coming back and doing it again.
What brought you to GBMC and what do you love about it, Coops?
So, I was drafted in by Rob Chalmers a fair few years ago because I was talking about my own kids who didn't have anything musical to do, who were just doing stuff at school and were feeling a little bit like it was too stagnant and too in a box. And that's not my kids. They wanted to do something a bit mental. So Rob Chalmers said, how's about you come along and have a look and bring the kids? And I brought my two boys and I came along and went, hold on a minute, this is a little bit of me, this is a little bit of them. And that was 6-7 years ago. And to me, this is what keeps me going for the rest of the year. So what we bring to the table for these kids is phenomenal. There's a huge amount of wealth of experience and knowledge and passion and energy and drive from the tutors. And I think the kids see these really strong role models that maybe they don't have in there every day, who just don't care and just want to expand those boxes and just go completely and utterly out there and tell them that anything's possible and that they can do absolutely anything they want to, like sit down, sing along ceramics. And it doesn't matter. And I think the point that I love about camp is that you don't have to be the best of the best. It's not school. No one's asking you, no one's questioning you, because as long as you get up and have a go, you've embraced camp, and that's what it's all about. And I can't imagine a year without camp, and it's just the best week. It really is.
How did you get involved in GBMC and what do you love about it?
Well, I heard about GBMC a long time ago. Quite a few of my friends are tutors here, which is amazing. But last year was the first time I had the opportunity to join, and I had a brilliant time. So I'm back again for my second year, and hopefully we'll make it an annual thing. GBMC to me is just a huge family, whether that's with the tutors and everybody that volunteers or also all the kids that come. And what I find so amazing is, or my favourite thing about GBMC is seeing all the campers at the beginning of the week and then how much more confident and outgoing and just how brilliant they are. There's so much talent that's here, and it's great that everybody gets a chance to show that off.
As Wes and I are walking around the theatre and all of the other rooms, you'll be able to hear the music that's going on and see people running around because they've just gone and got drumsticks from their tent or whatever it is. And it's lovely. This is such a vibrant week, and it's just such a great way of seeing these children getting so animated in their music making.
This is my third year at camp at GBMC. My last year, unfortunately. Yes.
And you played in the concert last night, didn't you? That was lovely.
Thank you.
What does GBMC mean to you?
GBMC means to me community, and being able to play with other people is, I would say that's the most important part that I found, because you don't find those communities everywhere, but here you find like-minded people who, you know, everyone plays instruments, everyone is willing to get together and give it a go, even if they don't think their abilities are at that level, everyone's willing to try.
Rob, what does GBMC mean to you?
Hilary, Magnus Carlsen doesn't have to put up with this. I'm trying to play chess here.
Well, now that you know, let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go, let it go.
I'm Jonas. I'm the camp director for GBMC 2024. So for the past few weeks and months, I've just been organising and coming up with a plan for what the different sessions are going to be this year, with the orchestra, with the two sessions we've got, and just basically pulling the team together of the amazing tutors that we've got who are volunteers, and making sure that we use everyone's strengths really well. I first came in 2018, which was when Rob was directing it. And I basically came along as the orchestra conductor, and I've been the orchestra conductor since then. So I then did it with Ash in 2019, and then we had 2 years off for COVID, and then I've done 2 of Amy's years. So this is my 5th camp.
And what does GBMC mean to you?
I think it means freedom to try stuff which might not feel allowed in like normal life. I know that sounds a little bit strange, but it is almost like chopping away a little bit of life and thinking about what you might be curious about, normally and actually trying it, because often you don't try these things. Having the time to try these things, having the right setting where there's no judgment at all. Every single tutor is on the same page in that sense, that like there's nothing that you can play that's wrong or not allowed. It allows people to sort of find their voice, to find their confidence, and to try things that they maybe would be scared or unsure about doing in school or in their band back at home or another sort of setting.
How long have you been involved in GBMC?
I was first a camper in 2018. I was 12, and then I came back in 2019 because I loved it. And we had 2 years when we couldn't come back because of COVID. I had my last year in 2022, and now I'm back as a tutor.
And what does GBMC mean to you?
It means so much to me. It's such a family, such a family feel, and that goes for all the campers and all of the tutors. And I felt the same coming back as a tutor. It's so amazing to see everyone getting on so well, so many friendships, and seeing people reunite after a year together is beautiful.
So how has being part of GBMC helped your musical development?
I think for me, the main thing is confidence, because when I started as a camper, I was really shy. By my last year, I was so happy to come and perform every single night, and that transferred outside of camp. So in school, I was doing a lot more, and I now study music at uni. And I put it down to this camp that I chose to do that, because I realised, actually, it's something I can do, and it's something that I want to do. And I put that down to the amazing atmosphere here and all of the different opportunities to get involved in so many different styles of music, really put yourself out there in such a supportive environment.
You all right?
Yeah.
Are you enjoying this week?
We're very much enjoying this week, yes.
Excellent. Tell me what GBMC means to you.
Great British Music Camp.
Very good. And what does being here mean to you?
I think it's...
Making music.
Yes, and it's very nice to have like a community around you with like other people who enjoy making music and maybe like the same music or like different music to you. It's quite cool to like have that world.
What music have you been playing this week?
Viola music.
Yes, we've just been doing viola dabble.
Yeah.
And a variety of things really. I did a cello duet yesterday, quite spontaneously. And we both played solos in the formal concert for some of our exam pieces.
Yeah.
But
And-
we've also
yeah.
done like, for example, R&B wasn't really something that I'd like played before, but I got to play that in one of my sessions.
What's your favourite concert at GBMC?
Edward?
Probably the formal concerts because I am like both of us are more like classically trained musicians, so
I would agree.
Have I made it clear I don't want American Will?
Oh, come on, man.
No.
You know you love it.
No, tell me what GBMC means to you.
Well, I'd say GBMC, what that means to me is family, friendship, love, togetherness, a sharing of joy and music. That's what I say. Passing one talent from one person to another, giving words of wisdom from one person to another. I think that's what GBMC is about, and that's what everyone should be striving for in the future. You hear me out there? You hear me, people at home? That's what it's all about. GBMC,
Okay, so
baby. GBMC, baby.
Okay.